Good evening. Here we are, gathering again to speak about things. Wait, did we announce this live? What do we call this live on the what you call it?
On the thing?
Yeah.
I called it a poetry slam.
A poetry slam.
Because I did the enter your writings if you want to.
Bro, 19%.
Just to read them.
That's so painful.
Do you want to switch seats so you can have the charger?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Wow, we're doing this voluntarily.
Sometimes sacrifices must be made.
Oh no. Okay, cool. It's like it came apart when I picked it up. There was water spilled on my table when I came back from track today. And you need this.
Oh my gosh, I'm about to do something unprecedented, guys.
Oh my gosh, what are you gonna do?
I'm about to bust open 3 screens.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the third screen for?
Well, I have one thing that I would like to share from my messenger, and I have the other things I'd like to share from my documents, and then I have the Facebook Live showing up as well. So, there's that.
Plug in my laptop.
What?
I have to plug in my laptop. It's showing that it's low battery. Not gonna turn off.
It's your battery. Alright, now the third one. What was the third one again? Messenger. I guess I'll drop it here. Yeah. And then let's shift it like that.
Is that Tiffany? Thanks for joining us, Tiffany.
That looks good.
We are reading poetry today. It was 8 o'clock-ish, but then it ended up being closer to 8:15, 8:20-ish. But we are here now.
Yes, we are here now.
And before we talk about poetry, I shared a video of me doing an unboxing of this Asian snack box. And I brought some other snacks to share with Brayden and to show you guys and talk about them because I've had the box for a little bit now. And for starters, there's this tomato flavored chip. And I've tried it and it's wonderful. And tomato flavor, sure. But my goodness, it tastes like tomato soup in a chip form. And not only that, but what's wild is the chips come in a sleeve. So you don't have to reach your hand in there and grab the chips out. Like, how wild is that? And I didn't pull it off all the way, so it's going to snag on some chips. But yeah, totally freaking wild.
Why?
Tastes like tomato soup.
What's this one? Undocumented title? Oh, that one.
And I brought Brayden the fun little egg things to try. So he has to try one of those. And then I brought the jasmine cookie he's really excited about. And you have to try it and tell us what you think.
Okay.
And then this cute little thing, I thought it was milky caramel stuff, but it's actually, you know what? This is worth getting. Okay, for starters, this tomato soup chip. Tomato flavor, it's just got a tomato on it. And the sleeve for the chips. And when you're done doing that, you gotta try that. Leave it out. So it's a sucker. It's a sucker, and it's
Shut the
not
front
caramel.
door.
Yeah, it's a little sucker.
Okay, all right, and it's not caramel.
No, it's kind of caramely flavored, yeah, like a creamy caramel flavor. And then I thought it was milk tea. It is not milk tea. It is milk tea gummies. There's a little ball on the inside. So when you bite into the gummy, you can open it like that, just bite a piece into it, and then you can squeeze, and that little cube will come out. Just so you know. Just so
Have
you
you
know.
ever had-
Just so you were wondering.
Have you ever had peelers?
The licorice?
No, they're like little gummy pieces of candy that you peel, and then it's like jelly. It's like gummy on the outside, and then it's like a jelly
heard that when
yumminess
you
on the
get
inside.
the snack boxes, a lot of the candies do peel.
Okay. Did any of yours peel?
No, none of mine peel.
How dare they?
So this is what the little milk tea thing comes in.
I want to start with the
And
Vina.
it's
Salted yolk cheese
it
flavored.
smells wild.
What in yolk cheese? So is this sweet? I gotta try this one.
I don't know. So this is the milk tea. Oh, I lied. One of them I could bite into. Oh my goodness, I don't remember which one it is, but that's what it looks like.
Oh my gosh. This smells like a delectable pastry.
It definitely smells like this, which is weird.
Alright.
Ooh, here it goes, Brayden. Was that just the crumblies, or did you take a piece off?
You know, this. Do you remember the little twirly sticks? And they come in a circle jar.
Yeah. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking
And they're
about.
like,
Purowings.
yeah. And they always have some yummy filling in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what these remind me of.
Ooh, good
This-
description.
This is like a flakier version of that.
See, I sniff everything before I eat it.
I don't.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, it reminds me of like a croissant texture, and it smelled kind of like a buttery croissant to me.
Oh, yeah. I'm always too excited to taste my stuff to like bother smelling it. But there is like always a smell that you're smelling as you're eating it anyway. But I don't take that into account really. Like, I never really thought to,
there's
like, slow
usually
down
like
and-
a small sniff before it goes in my mouth, and then I do it fast. But like when I recognize myself doing it, it's usually more dramatic.
Mm.
Oh, I caught myself sniffing it again. Then I slowly pull away.
So
I'm like,
funny.
all right. Well, if we're aware of ourselves sniffing it, what does it smell like?
Right? Well, and I mean, that's like a fun awareness to go into too, right?
And then not only that, but like the videos where I watch people eat stuff, I'm always curious. Like, what did it smell like before you ate that?
That is
What is the
fascinating.
smell of that as it's cooking?
Hmm.
You liked it
Mhm,
a
mhm.
lot?
Mm.
Oh, it was so hard.
If I had a bag
I
of
got
those,
one
they
left.
wouldn't last.
I know, I got one.
Wow. All right.
And then the jasmine cookie.
All right. I don't know if I'm gonna touch those tomato chips.
No?
Uh,
Do you not like tomato soup?
I don't know. I am impartial to tomato soup, but I really don't like ketchup. And most people that tell me that it tastes like tomato soup it often tastes like ketchup when it tastes like tomato soup to me. So I am leery of trying those because I really don't like ketchup. I will put up with ketchup if I forget to ask for it not on my burger. Like I will still eat the burger. But if I have the option, ketchup ain't going on anything that I'm eating.
That is wild. It was exciting at first, but then like I don't know.
Okay. So what is that?
The suspense. It's a jasmine matcha butter cookie.
I definitely noticed the jasmine, but with the citrus, you can taste the matcha, but it's like a musky.
Musky.
It's musky in flavor. It feels like it wants to overpower what you're breathing in with the flavors that are sitting there in the back of my throat. Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of like not mildewy musty, but it gives that same kind of feel as when you get around something that's really mildewy. Like all of a sudden, you're like shallow breathing, and that smell is like, oh.
And it's not the jasmine.
I don't know. It might be a combination of the matcha and the jasmine. It's not bad, but it's weird.
Weird.
I've never had a flavor feel like it's musty. That's a weird.
That is a very interesting description.
Especially because it's not musty like bad. It's just musty like what musty does to your breathing. Like stale, stagnant air. You're just all of a sudden like, why am I breathing this? Was that dust? Tell me that was dust and not. Oh man, like moving. Okay, guys, moving furniture. I know you came for Poetry Slam, and we'll get there, I promise. But moving furniture, you move the elderly. And really, it doesn't matter if it's the elderly. Like, you know when people don't keep up with the dusting in their house. It's prevalent. And you go to move beds.
Oof.
You go to move beds, and sometimes you drop the mattress back down, and there is a plume of dust that comes up. And you just keep telling yourself it's dust. It's not.
Was this dead skin?
Yeah.
Ew.
It's from a bed. Yeah, and it's visible. Like motes of dust in the air. You're like, holy shit.
And that's what he thinks of eating that cookie.
No, that's totally not what I think of eating that cookie. Not even a little bit. I was just like, I don't really have the connector thought for that. That just somehow.
Dust, musky.
Yeah.
That musty.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, the
Dusty,
cookie.
stale air. You're right.
As he puts the rest of the cookie in his mouth.
It all drops. Well, it wasn't bad. It was a tasty cookie.
Dusty old people skin.
Oh! Oh! The first time you get a mouthful. I just relived that moment. Oh, yuck.
What did it smell like? What was the flavor? Was it savory or was it more of a...
Are we talking about the cookie or the dead people's skin? I mean, the people's dead skin.
Dead people's skin.
It might as well be.
It's just weird to say out loud as a question. Ready for
Was it
Poetry Slam, I
savory?
swear.
Well, I'll tell you, they probably haven't done much sweating in the last 20 years because it definitely wasn't tangy when I got the dust in my mouth.
Well, it was dried out at that point.
It's gross. Yeah, well, salt is dried out and it's still tangy when you taste it.
How are we starting today?
About that.
Excuse me.
Um,
All right, so I loved the Poetry Slam that we did last time. I loved it. I love poetry, and I thought it was nice. I also would like to eventually get back to reading another chapter of.
I guess we're not doing that. Ah, there it is.
The book, The Invitation. But the Poetry Slam that we did last time, I failed to download it and I lost that live.
Dun, dun,
So I couldn't put it on YouTube, and I felt like it was time to do another Poetry Slam anyways.
It's like a little
So
mushroom.
if you guys ever would like us to read any poetry that you love, that you found, or that you've written, you can send it in. And today we do have an entry from Lisa Lewis, my mother. I don't mean to say your last name, but it's on Facebook, so I guess that's not big of a deal. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
That one.
Oh, what? Oh.
This first one is called Cleaning the Mirror. Cleaning the mirror. I am so sorry.
Isn't that what you just said?
I said clearing.
Oh, I heard cleaning the first time.
Cleaning the mirror. I have been working hard cleaning my mirror of life. It hasn't been easy. At times, I have put up a fight, but the mirror doesn't lie. Digging deep into my morals and integrity. Who am I? What stands for me? Because the mirror doesn't lie. Romantic relationships and being vulnerable. I am overcoming survival lies and obstacles. Into the mirror, I smile. From reactions to recovery, I am learning what is real and what is phony. Lisa, stay in the moment and breathe. You're okay. The mirror doesn't lie. Into the mirror, I see a few things not quite where I want them to be. My spiritual growth and optimistic outlook need more time in the good book. In looking at my inner reflection and how my mind is making connections, the mirror shows me a lot. I am learning. I'm pushing forward. I won't give up. I won't stop. In cleaning the mirror, I have removed so much yuck. What's shining back now isn't as dirty, and I can see I have one less crutch, and the mirror doesn't lie.
And the mirror doesn't lie. I love mirror metaphors. They are my favorite. As a reflector for my human design, I fucking really appreciate that, like, when you take the time to look at yourself, you really do start to see how the world reflects back at you. You really do start to see how your perspective is showing up in people, places, and things. And like, I think that's why we get so caught up in the external, because it's there. It's for us to see. It's tangible, right? So I think that's why we look for changes in the external, and we know that it comes from the inside, right? But we're so quick to want to see that external change that sometimes we lose our focus on the inside. So being able to remember that mirror metaphor, to be able to be like, okay, even though I'm seeing everything outside of me, it is a reflection. It is there to remind me of what's going on the inside, so that there can be continued growth if you so choose.
You know, I really, I don't know, the angle that I go at mirrors with is, as in my own personal experience, looking in the mirror is focusing on how I present to the world and how they take me. So the mirror is icky. And it's not so much a mirror as to look and question where I'm at. It's always about.
But to show you what everybody else sees?
I don't know. I want people to see something. So I'm staring in the mirror, trying to make myself the way I want people to see me.
Holy wow. I don't even look in mirrors if I don't have to. I am a very vain creature, so I have the opportunity to see myself in the mirror. I'm gonna look. Like, it's just who I am, right? I mean, a reflection in the window as I'm walking up to a door in the store, you guys. Like, I am shameless in it. But I don't have a lot of mirrors in my house. I have one mirror in my house. It's in my bathroom. It's not even a full body mirror. And, like, I use it to make sure that my mustache isn't all wonky doish and my beard is brushed. And I don't have anything on my face. But past that, I have this innate, I don't want to call it fear necessarily, but I am uncomfortable with staring at myself in the mirror. And I don't know why that is. I haven't ever bothered to look into it, and I know one day it'll be a thing. But yeah, and it's not like I don't like what I'm seeing in the mirror. There's I don't know. I don't know.
Digging deep into my morals and integrity. That was a different kind of mirror perspective that came later in life.
Right. But it takes a few times of feeling icky with making choices that others have pushed you into, knowing full well that wasn't what was best for you. And it may not be like an icky, like, ooh, I did a bad thing, but icky, like, man, I knew I should have just listened to myself and done it my way for my thing. And I think I would have, even if it wasn't a better result, I think I would have liked it more, you know?
Is it caramely?
It is, and it's making my mouth really watery. I didn't realize just how much.
I really like the line, stay in the moment and breathe. You're okay. I resonate with that. I'm looking at my inner reflection. Did you have one you wanted to share of your own?
Well, I mean, I definitely have one of my own, but I'm not ready to share that. I do, however, have one that Rick shared with me, and I told him I would like to share with the collective.
Rick Lovell.
He was all about that. Let's see here. Let's pull this down so I have more space to read. Oh, that's nice. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. We can make an answer. Have we had any comments?
I haven't seen any, but
That's
we have
cool.
a Tiffany and Lee here with us. Thanks for joining our poetry slam.
I don't even see that anybody has joined, but they probably, who knows. All right, I digress. Doesn't matter. Getting off track. This was something that Rick shared with me. I really, really can feel like, I don't want to say the visceralness of it, but you can really feel the moment that's being spoken about. And there has not been a name decided for this particular piece as of yet. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna just jump right into it. I'm on my back, and I can feel my body cradled by the seabed. I'm not so deep that I can't see the sun. Simply 6 feet under, admiring the light as it breaks into millions of beams. There is a. Oh, I did that. Oh no, I double did that. Get out of here. There is a sense of calmness about me. I may have had something brush against me, as I know this is not my final resting place. I blow rings into the water above me, no real desire to kick or feel the current resist my departure. I'm here for the moment, which is all I need. I could move any ligament if I wanted to, or so I tell myself. From the outside looking in, I am in a vegetative state. My eyes are transfixed on a light show, and a blank expression is reserved. All around me, I am cradled. Maybe I'm holding myself, or perhaps it's my guides protecting me whilst I slumber with my eyes open. It's so peaceful here. The world of before has melted away, though occasionally I hear a faint whisper that resembles a familiar sound. Letters. No, they form sentences. My name? Is that my name? Sounds so pretty when I'm unaware of it. I share the same moniker with the millions. Maybe the voice is calling to them. How many others like me are enjoying this moment of silence? How many others? My thoughts trail off. The ocean swells, and something underneath my body is urging me to move. Their approach is urgent and rough. Where was I again? Oh, the water's receding now. The light is scattering again, and this time I feel the rays caress me. It's time to go. It's time to go, I hear. Well, I suppose it could be. Should I grab a coat for where I'm going? I was warm here, but perhaps it's much colder where I'm being called. It's too late. Feeling returns as I crack my toes for the first time in who knows how long. The sensation ripples into my feet, up my calves, to reach my hands. They're cradling me. My hands, my arms wrapped tightly around self. I'm in a ball. I appear small yet largely unaware. Where am I now? The memories surge through at once and my eyes refocus. No time to understand. Just gotta wipe the water from my face. Probably from the ocean. It's crazy how that followed me back. So there's this like discordant thought pattern that's emerging, right? And you're in different places and it feels like it reminds me of the movie Deep Sea towards the end when they're in the when they're hanging on to the life. Why can't I think of the name of it? It wasn't a life raft. No, but it wasn't a raft. They were holding on to a little like man
Life
overboard.
preserver.
Yeah, life preserver, the little circle dealio thing. And how she was like dipping in and out of consciousness and she was seeing her reality and she was seeing this illusion and she wasn't sure what was what, and it was like it was like there was clarity and there wasn't happening all at once. And that's what this whole poem brought to me, was those moments in your life where you are hanging on by a thread and you're just present enough to be aware of what's happening in your life, but you're also so disassociated from the moment that you're kind of lost in this listless wonderland of like, this feels safe.
That's what it makes me think of meditation.
Oh.
Like regardless of how I forget the word that you used, but even for those dark feelings of going in and out or like struggling to find a peaceful moment, or when you do find it and you get so sucked in and you forget how long you've been there, and then you're like, oh, there's something on the outside, and then you're coming awake like, oh,
from the memory or and the thoughts and everything else come flooding in. You're like, oh, there's reality.
Yeah.
And maybe not in a dark sense, but definitely a heavy sense. Like just man, yeah. I remember 2024 was like that for me. It was just one kicking the balls after the other, and not in a bad way, but just like, bro. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. I am like a star shining bright.
No.
All right, let's see what this is
You're
about.
gonna traumatize me. Trigger me. You're triggering me. How come I can't see that? Why? Oh. Did you not like that?
That was like ketchup.
Oh, you tried a chip?
You might as well just put ketchup on that chip and have me eat it.
Yeah, I took a bite and I thought about ketchup and I was like, oh, you know what?
Could have said something.
Well, you said you weren't going to try it. I didn't even know that you grabbed a chip.
They could have put like oregano or something on there. They've already got the tomato flavor.
Basil maybe.
Basil would have been good too.
Not oregano.
Either or.
Ugh. They didn't stop.
They could have had spice, is what I'm saying. Even pepper.
It's very. It's
ketchup.
Tomato soup. Tomato soup.
What kind of tomato soup do you eat?
Campbell's.
Oh, so ketchup with water.
If that's how you feel about it, then yeah. But I absolutely love me some tomato soup.
I mean, I love me some tomato soup, but not Campbell's.
Gosh, it was always a Sunday thing too. Mom always, right after church, we'd come home. First time out, thank goodness it was so quick. She just needed to make those grilled cheese sandwiches.
I'd say it's such an easy meal, and after Sunday, after 3
hours
heavy, of being at church,
heavy in the stomach, so it was satisfying. Thanks for joining, Jody. Okay, so I'm gonna share a poem by Harry Baker. And I can't find a name for the poem, but under each description that I can find, it's his first poem to his son. He was watching his lady as she was growing the baby and thinking about, oh, man, I swear I wrote it down somewhere. Advice that he would give somebody who's entering this world.
Did you transcribe? You like while he was talking? Or did you find it so that you could just like did you write all of that is what I'm asking.
Last time, yes. But some of it I would like put on the talk to text.
Yeah.
And then I do that and it doesn't always pick up the words
But
right,
so-
so I have to go back through and I have
Okay.
to listen to it and make sure it's
But you like read it and then retransfer. It wasn't like you were listening to his video where he was like speaking this and you were writing it down as he was speaking it so you could have it. Because that's what I just pictured you doing. So I had to find out like, did you do it that way?
yes and no.
Holy balls, that is wild.
Yeah.
I can listen, but listen
I
and type at the same time.
prefer to
I
have
don't know.
this rather than send you the videos, but I couldn't do all of that, so I had to send you the videos.
Ooh.
Like I realized that we're not probably gonna get through all the poems, but that's okay. But I still have to have it transcribed, or I would prefer. Otherwise, I would really like to have a good, clear audio. Dang it! I never broke into that other microphone that I got.
Well,
I
I
still
mean,
haven't checked it out yet.
yeah, no, that's why I was asking. Like, did you listen to it and text it? Like, I'm not questioning having it here to read. I just wanted to know, like,
Yeah,
how
I
you
did.
went about
Yeah,
doing
no.
that.
Are you that crazy, Whitney?
No,
Yes,
not
I
that
am.
crazy. That talented. Like that.
No,
I've tried
I have
to-
to press pause on the video.
But you get like
A
a
million
solid.
times.
But you still get like a solid sentence or two in, right? Or are you pausing
No,
like 3
like
or
4 or
4
5
words?
words.
Okay, all right. Then way to commit. Way to fucking commit. Because I'll tell you what, I probably get 2 sentences and be like, nope, I'm just gonna paraphrase this. You know, somebody on Google's
Most of
gotta
the
have this
videos
written.
have subtitles underneath, so like even when I
Oh.
pause it, I've got
You
like,
got little words.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes it bearable.
and
okay.
and not only that, but like I heard something, but I wasn't sure if that's what he said, and there's a subtitle.
And
So
sometimes like
yeah.
sometimes get switched from what they're saying, but we always know the difference. All right, now that I've
You know,
interrupted you,
I really would have preferred to like press enter so I knew where to like have the pauses and stuff. So I'm just gonna be reading it as I transcribed it. It's
just
okay.
feel it as you read it.
Right.
You'll find a vibe. I know. I had a hard time reading Rick's.
That's why I'm
and
saying if
keeping
you
all
could
that.
play the video.
And then they
He's
get
already-
the essence of it.
Yeah, because they've already practiced their poems so
Mm.
much, and it's read with
That's
like
fair.
especially with this calm. Calm is not soft. Oh man, I really like that poem. I really like it. I want you to play that. And Excelsius, but we don't have to. It's okay. So, anyways,
I digress.
Harry Baker's first poem to his son. His advice. Oh, I did start typing it. What happened? To someone who is entering this world. Yeah.
So on and so forth.
So on and so forth.
It's an
because-
advice poem.
Yeah, to his newborn son.
Oh, fun. Was he like not being around? Is that what he did that, or just
No,
because?
he's a poet, so
Oh, so this is. I got you.
he just lots of deep thoughts for his kiddo.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's my? There we go. May you always picture where you are as where you're meant to be. May you take in your surroundings like you visited, especially. We all end up in the soil eventually. So may you carry such goodness that it nourishes for centuries. May you see life as a show, and may the entry fee be empathy, sat front row with an empty seat for friends in need. When you're on form, be generous and spread that energy. And when you're not sure, be gentle with yourself and don't forget to breathe. You need not be defined by your many feats. You're not a centipede. There is a joy in doing something terribly. May you share bruise and bruises, and may you do this tenderly while you are the most improved you that has ever been. Of all the words you'll ever hear, remember these. Life is too short to eat celery.
Celery.
Life is too long to feed jealousy. And life is likely just the right length to need therapy. May you be seriously silly. May you be wickedly kind. May you be brilliantly dumb sometimes, and yet stupidly bright. May you certainly have doubts. May your weirdness be the norm. May the coolest thing about you be your warmth. May you be powerfully vulnerable, or at least mightily soft. May you be a contradiction and yet at the same time not. And whether you are any, none, or all of the above all, may you know that you are loved. May you understand it is okay to change your mind. And thank you in advance for all the ways you have changed mine. May you always make room for playfulness. It may just save your life and trust. Whatever makes your heart grow cannot be a waste of time. It may not make you money. It may not even make sense. But if it makes you happy, it is worth it in the end, and it's worth it at the time. And it deserves your very best. You are never too busy to catch your breath. Just as you cannot be in traffic without being traffic. Life is not something that you are stuck in while it happens. There is more in you than you can possibly imagine. The very fact that you exist makes everything a bit more magic. And when it all feels too much and there is little you can do, may you still see the best in people and make people include you. May one thing match the gravity of all you've ever done. This wonderful reality. The best is yet to come.
I just gotta get it out of my head. You know who has really good tomato soup? Town and Country. Alright, moving on. That feels better. Back to this poem.
I appreciate you so much.
It didn't pop up into my head until you got to the last sentence. The
best is yet to come from Town and Country tomato soup.
Tomato soup. They have really good soups in general.
You don't even like tomato soup, Brayden.
I didn't say I don't like tomato soup. I just don't like Campbell's tomato soup.
I don't like chunky tomato soup.
Oh yeah, no, that's a weird one. Stewed tomatoes is like, that's a texture I am not here.
I'm not a fan of changing the flavor much at all.
What, really?
Yeah.
It's gotta have spices. Pepper, salt, basil, a little bit of oregano. Stick.
I don't like oregano.
I'm sorry.
Gosh, my ex-husband
Yes,
threw
no.
it into the gravy, into the breakfast gravy,
What?
the sausage gravy.
Why?
Oh, it made me so mad. What is it doing in there? That herb does not belong in my gravy.
Maybe he was maybe
I've seen other people put it in their gravy too.
in gravy.
Mm-hmm.
It's-
You guys
put
are
seeds in
all five. Thanks, Jimmy.
there. I listened to this poem though. I did listen to it.
Did you?
I did. Like it was the first one you sent me. So I was gonna listen, and then when you sent me 6 of them, I was like, "What?"
I just had to make sure I got them to you, and that you didn't reply to any of them before I finished sending them all.
Oh, I so should have. I wouldn't have had time. And the
I
time
know
it
that's
took
why I
me,
sent them all at the same
I
time.
was like, in the time it took me to watch the one, and the time it took me to get through 10 seconds of the one, you had sent all 6 of them.
Well, just so you know, they're really juicy.
I
They
bet.
were all my favorite poems of my collection. of saved poems
Oh,
folder.
yeah, see, but we're gonna have other poetry nights, so
I know, but
So-
to get through all of them, and I'm gonna keep adding stuff into it.
that's totally cool. You're gonna have to find somewhere because they're gonna get lost in the TikTok.
That's why I have them in a folder.
Oh, cool. So then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no,
Alright.
don't
Right
worry,
on.
I'm organized.
Yeah. Well, that makes one of us.
So, what was your favorite part about the book?
I really liked the life's too short to eat celery. Although I do really like celery, so it's a moot point for me. But
But to a child, it's like you don't have to eat that vegetable that you probably don't like. That was probably his least favorite vegetable.
man, I took it metaphorically. Like the whole like life is too short for you to like be eaten on things that take so long to chew before you can even swallow them. Like, have you guys ever eaten celery? Really noticed? Like, celery and carrots, man. If you are not mindful, then you just, it's like cud. You'll just chew and 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 chew some more.
That is not where I took it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I definitely don't want to do that in my life. Life is too short to eat celery.
But you're a metaphor guy.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Way to take that. Now I wanna ask him now. What did you mean by that? Is that what that meant? Or was it just simple?
No, I just don't like celery.
Life is too short to eat celery. Life is too long to feed jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of really good things in there. And like the deep thought that went into advice that you would give your newborn child.
I really like that it may not make you money, it may not even make sense, but if it makes you happy, it was worth it in the end, and it was worth it at the time.
Gosh,
Mm-hmm.
it really is. It really is. And it took me a while to get there because it's like, oh, work to get the American dream, get that job and just keep grinding, whether you like it or not. You need to be making money. You need to be saving money, and then you need to do these 401ks, and you need to do all these other things. And you need to get the white picket fence, and you need to get a house, and you need to get a car, and you need to reach all these milestones. And it's just you can never have reached any point to where you can stop and celebrate. Like there's small little celebratory things, but it's you aren't there until retirement.
Well, and not only that, but
and then you can reap all the
and even moreover, it's that whole like grind mentality, right? That like I think that's the part where we get stuck on because we are so work oriented and we take work home with us energetically without realizing it. We are constantly on the grind, and I mean, look at how you view raising a kid. Like it's a grind. It is a job, and the moment you say it's a job, it really becomes one, right? So like it's where words become power. But moreover, what I'm getting at is like I totally feel that constant push to like, and it's beautiful to stop and be able to recognize that the experiences that you have are moments that you can be present for and appreciate them, right? So then you can have more of those. So then you can actually see what's awesome about life instead of always chasing an end goal that never satisfies.
Oh my gosh, I had a thought. I was losing it. No, don't go away. Come back. The not only the grind, but I feel like all across different aspects of our life, we are wanting, if we suffer enough, then we can get the reward.
Then we've earned it.
Then we've earned it, yes.
I don't have to feel bad because I did everything.
Yeah, I put myself through that. But you know what? I went through a lot. I put up with a lot. A lot. Yeah.
And like that validates.
Yes.
Oh, because we are not in the habit of just allowing ourselves to be enough. And where we step into that is really taking that moment and be like, I did do something awesome. And yeah, I did go through a lot, but instead of embellishing that I went through a lot, it's more of the appreciation of what you enjoyed went through a lot. And when you start shifting your perspective that way, then it becomes less about how burdensome everything was.
If it makes you happy, it wasn't a waste of time. Whatever makes your heart grow cannot be a waste of time.
And it deserves your very best. And part of your very best is having joy in what you do and not beating yourself up for your own guilty pleasures.
If it makes you happy, it is worth it in the end, and it is worth it at the time.
If it makes you happy.
Judy
Wow,
resonated with that a
feel
lot.
so
Thanks, Judy.
good.
And I think I saw
See, why am I not
Anastasia
getting
is on here. Thanks for watching.
Why am I not getting
And
comments?
Lisa.
I'm upset. I should have.
Mother, we
access
shared
to
your
comments.
poem, and now you're here. I can share your other poem. Did you have a story you wanted to share?
Yeah, I have a story I can share. Let me.
Now that we're done talking about tomato soup, you missed the whole tomato soup spiel. And Anastasia, you can go back and watch that. It was
Okay. By the way, Rick's poem was called "Waiting It Out." WADING.
Waiting It Out. Ooh, that is a lovely title. Thank you, Rick. Thank you.
The idea that you feel capable of doing the thing and you know that you gotta, however your mind takes you away for a breather, all is calm where you go and you're blissfully unaware. Cool. I love that. We were right on the money with that. All right. All right. I'm going to close out of this one because I no longer need it. Yes. All right. So this one is called The Baker Who Stopped Measuring. And this is one I got to create. So you guys, I like the metaphors, right? And when I get a good juicy metaphor that I can't let go of, I like to turn them into parables, like learning stories, if you will. And so I am finding my own groove and rhythm with that. And this one is The Baker Who Stopped Measuring. So there was once a baker who spent years collecting ingredients, not just flour and sugar. No. Theirs were stranger things, quiet questions, sharp reflections, stories half told, moments where people paused and said, wait. They gathered these things carefully, storing them in jars and notebooks, in late night thoughts and early morning clarity. Over time, their kitchen filled not with clutter, but with substance, dense, rich, alive. And still, the baker didn't quite bake the way they imagined. They made cakes, right? Layered them with care, measured them precisely, adjusted ratios, each one structurally sound, thoughtfully prepared. But something was missing. The cake stood complete and yet untouched by something that was meant to bring them fully to life. So the baker turned back to planning. He built diagrams and systems, processes to ensure that the next cake would finally be the one that felt complete. But cakes, they don't care about plans. Cakes care about heat, about movement, about hands that are willing to begin. And after a while, the baker began to notice something that he hadn't allowed himself to see before. Row after row of finished cakes, all waiting, not broken, not flawed, just unadorned. Each one holding its shape, its intention, its structure, but missing the final touch that would let it speak. And slowly something shifted. It wasn't that the baker lacked skill, and it wasn't that the cakes were wrong. It was that everything they had been gathering had never been brought together into one place. So the baker did something different. He took everything that he had collected, the richness, the texture, the years of quiet refinement, and placed it into a single piping bag. No more jars, no more scattered pieces, just one vessel, full. He held it in his hands and felt the weight of it. Oh, it's all here. At first he hesitated. The bag was full, yeah. But what if he pressed too hard? What if it came out wrong? What if the design wasn't what he had imagined? So he stood there, holding potential, doing nothing with it, until almost by instinct, he reached for a tip and attached it to the bag. A simple one. They turned back they turned back to the rows of waiting cakes. And instead of trying to perfect the structure, he chose one, placed the tip near its surface, and pressed. A line of icing emerged, not perfect, not intricate, but real. He paused, surprised, then pressed again. A curve this time. Something began to shift. He wasn't thinking about design anymore. He was responding to it. Because the cake had never needed to be redesigned, it had only been waiting for something that could meet it where it was already at. They tried a different tip. The same icing, but now it moved differently. Soft petals instead of lines, edges where there had been curves. And he laughed. It was never about making better cakes. And time passed. Cakes came and went, some simple, some elaborate, some shared with a single person, others with entire rooms. The baker noticed something curious. He never ran out. No matter how many cakes he touched, no matter how many designs he created, the bag always remained full. Because the icing wasn't just stored, it was alive, refilling itself through the very act of being used. Eventually, others began to gather, not because the baker advertised, but because something about the cakes just felt different. People would take a bite, they would pause, and look at themselves in a way they hadn't before. Not at the decoration, not at the flavor, but at something deeper that had been stirred awake. And they would ask, "What are you doing differently?" And the baker would smile gently, placing the piping bag on the table, saying, "You can try it." And some did. Some hesitated. Some took the bag and squeezed too hard or not at all. Some created messy lines and laughed. Some created something beautiful without knowing how. But every single one of them realized something. The icing had never been the problem, and the baker, he had stopped measuring, stopped planning every design, stopped asking if he had had enough. Now, when a cake appeared before him, whether a moment, a person, or a room, he simply asked, "What tip fits here?" And then he pressed, and the icing flowed. Ta-da! Uh, this lovely little story that I got to create and write out and do the things with really is a facsimile of my own life and stepping into actually doing the things, you know? I've created workshops, I've created websites, I've field tested my processes, what have you. And like all that's left is to actually do it, right? Promote, advertise, step into lives, do the things, actionable steps. I gotta squeeze the bag of icing that I've created and adorn my cake, right? And yeah, so with the things that you guys are facing, with the things that you want to do, whether it's a business, whether it's a habit, whether it's a lifestyle change, whether it's whatever it is, don't be afraid to squeeze that icing bag.
Add your own gentle pressure. Whatever makes it come out in the way that you would like. Sometimes it's, oh wow, there's a glob.
What do I do with that? Maybe I'll make another 3. Yeah.
Very, very vivid pictures that you create. You and Rick Gilly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like to paint a picture. You know, rows upon rows of dry ass cakes that ain't never had any icing on them. Hard as a rock.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Take your ideas and run with them, guys. All right, what's up next?
Up next is Lisa's Stagnation Station.
Ooh.
This was written in 2019.
Wow, what the fudge?
Come on in. Belly up to the bar. Ask for another round of stagnation.
Ooh.
Addiction. We serve them all, from alcoholic to workaholic. Anything to make you fall, to cover up what's in your heart, causing you to do the very things that are tearing you apart. Serving up your choice. Want some greed or something to cover that dirty little deed? Pull up a chair. Have a seat. Today's special is an extra serving of fear, topped with defeat. Sir, I say, it's hard to breathe. It's getting stuffy in here. Can you turn on a fan? Open a door? Let in some fresh air? No, he shakes his head. That's your signature smell, and proudly pounds his chest instead. I chose not to partake of fear, anger, greed, or dread. I choose change, to look inside instead. What makes me do the things that I do? What's going on in my head and heart, heart and head, sorry. I have paid my tab, time and time again, with guilt and fear and shame. I'm done with this stagnation station. I turn and walk away.
Ooh, I love that. I love anything that viscerally makes you look at yourself and question your own life choices. That goes back to the whole like what you want, what you convince yourself you want, or what you want is very seldomly what you need, but most often what you convince yourself of needing, right? Like, I want this and I'm going to justify it. I'm going to find all these reasons why wanting it is mine and I should have that. But when we really stop to look at our motives behind it and ask ourselves, is it in alignment with who we are and how we want to show up? You often get a different answer. It may not shift your answer, but it may shift the approach of your answer. So you could have the same end result, but perspective is everything, guys. Like, one person could help another for the whole goal of getting something for themselves, get gain. And another person could help that same person with no goal of getting anything from them. And both of them would have accomplished the same thing with just different perspectives at the helm, right? So for us to think about that in a similar manner. And it makes me think about this anime that I was watching not too long ago. And dude, Nancy was like, I have come to realize that my second do-over in life, that where I decide to not meet fear is where my life dies. And then it shows a flashback of every instant where he decided to step into fear or danger and play his part, and the experiences that followed after it, you know, and recognizing how
Like a flashback.
and recognizing how his previous life that he had lived, he had always played it safe. He had made sure he had everything lined out. He had the power structure he needed. He had the forces he wanted to conquer. Like, there was never any fear or danger in anything he did because he was absolute with his preparation. And while that was a life, at the end of it, he was so dismally bored and utterly like, what is life about? Because it was all through domination and lack of actually stepping up to challenging moments. Instead, he'd squash them before they could start. So second go around, he's like recognizing where danger is, where he's got fear, and he's stepping into it and seeing what's on the other side of it.
That's really cool.
Right? All right. While you're looking up whatever you're looking up, I'm going to read the next story. This one's a lot shorter. This one is called The Jar, the Hands, and the Harvest. There will be moments when the weight of everything I could do feels greater than what I am doing. In those moments, I will remember the jar, full, unsorted, overwhelming only when seen all at once. But the work is not in the jar. The work is in my hands. What I hold, I shape. What I release, I trust. What remains will come in its time. I do not rush to the largest pieces, nor do I avoid what feels tedious. I refine, I separate. I move with intention. When the work is done, I see clearly. The seeds I have set aside are not waste. They are future fields waiting for their season. What I have refined, what I have chosen, what I have ground down becomes something new, something I can receive, something I can enjoy, something I can share. For nothing in the process is lost, only transformed. The jar will be empty, the work will be done, and in its completion, I do not stand at at an ending, but at the threshold of what I now have the clarity to grow. Seeds are your future investments, and sometimes you come across seeds in the harvest and you'll realize, oh, that's an unrefined idea that I thought was something. And you don't toss it, you just put it back in the jar full of seeds, full of future ideas to be able to pull back out and plant when that time is necessary. But when you're in your moments where everything feels like a lot, what's in your hands right now? What are you working through? And focus on those. Everything else will eventually fall into your hands to do the work. But until it's in your hands to do the work, it's not your concern. Not your immediate concern.
I'm excited to see what other parables come from all your metaphors.
Me too.
I have 3 that I really want to share. But like if I was gonna choose the order, I really want the calm isn't soft.
Did you share that video?
I sent it to you, yeah.
Okay, let's look it up.
You'd have to turn your sound back on.
That's cool.
So I think his name is Breezy, the poet. And the poem that he shares is about anger. And it really hits with me because I've always really struggled with my outward anger. It's so on the outside, like I feel it on the inside, and it's very visceral. But I don't know. He kind of touches on how it feels to kind of put out that fire, especially when you have kids. Yeah, so I really wanted to share. I really like it. I really like it a lot. And he just does it in such a way, and the whole fluctuations and whatnot. I just, that has to be played. I can't even attempt to do it the way that he does.
All right, here we go.
Holding in so much hard work, holding in so much rage. Trying to convince this active volcano of a body not to erupt and burn everything down sometimes is exhausting. My mouth is a bow known to string together arrow-sharp assaults. I try to hold myself back so I don't pierce another heart, but that thin line is the only difference between disengaging and aiming. So I just breathe. Try not to react in my rage, but this don't mean that I am okay, because I am always fucking mad. I don't know why. I haven't figured out what causes that, or maybe I have and just made myself more mad at the fact that nobody ever fucking asked. One day, my 5-year-old daughter is another eruption waiting to happen as she rumbles into the room holding a toy. Baby cousins crying and chasing after her. I asked Anya, did you take that from them? Yes. Well, why would you do that? Because I'm very angry. Why are you angry? Because I was trying to tell them not that they was pulling, they was taking, they was breaking. You took it so they wouldn't break it. Yes. Breathe, baby. I could smell the sulfur seeping through her pores. I know this place all too well, how it feels to be illegibly angry, to know exactly what you're trying to say, but not yet know the words to piece together anything complete. And all your emotions to let you cough up is broken. So I ask, because I want to help her hold herself together. Because no one helped me hold me together. Because no one ever cared enough to fucking ask. So I let her get her anger out. Because I never want to neutralize her becoming a superpower. Because the freedom of being safe to feel creates a safe place to feel. And now my daughter comes up to me sometimes unprompted and asks, Daddy, are you angry with me? Daddy, are you angry? And I have to extinguish lava-filled lips, dull this razor-sharp tongue, and try not to burn or cut my baby girl. I am angry at so much. I'm angry that she feels the need to have to ask me this. I'm angry at life for being such a bitch. I'm angry that I'm too broke for cherish everything priceless, and smiles for sale, and price tags on happiness that are way too high. I'm angry that I can't afford my heart, but my heart is so free to give of itself in a world that only values what it can take. I'm angry that I'm a product of my mother's mistakes. I'm angry that my father was no Mufasa. All he left me was his scars, and now I'm just an Look at your eyes. And my daughter, a siren song seducing my demons, asks, Daddy, are you angry with me? Daddy, are you angry? No, baby. The last thing Daddy could ever be angry at is you. But my God, thank you so much for asking. It's hard work.
Thank you so much for asking. And that's like 90% of the time, that's all I need. When it feels like it's a volcano about to erupt, like, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. And I'll sit and I'll just listen. Even if you go off, that is one of the most precious things to me as a human, as an individual human being. One of the things I cherish most about my father, about my husband, just the ability to let me express. There's so much in there and it's hard to find words and just oh, thanks. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Are you angry? Are you mad at me? No. It's everything. It's an accumulation of things. Oh, calm isn't soft. It's trained. That is the name of that poem. When you meet a calm person who can hold presence for other people, it's not that they're just a great, amazing person. It is they have learned that. They have trained themselves to not freak out, to not take on what other people are just unloading.
I had such an occasion happen to me yesterday. I packed away this guy's hunting gear in a smorgasbord of different boxes that were really old and needed repacking. And so, I'm stuffing these boxes that are no longer full because all the pack material has crunched over the years and I'm not unpacking their boxes. And he finally sees as I'm packing away the last one, he's like, so you're just gonna mark that box with hunting gear? Yeah. I was like, I just gonna write extra coat from garage so you know where your extra coat is. But they're all in there, right? No. What? So I use them as filler for a bunch of your boxes, so they are scattered to the four corners. He's like, well. And all of a sudden, it was a strong inconvenience. He's like, we're not going to go through each one of those boxes and find it. We're going to open each one of these boxes and find all my things. He's like, well, I marked most of them, so I know where most of them are. I was like, so as we load this up, I can pull them off to the side so you know where they're at. We can do things. He's like, well, yeah, we're going to go through every one of these. I'm going to find my coats, like either here or over there, but you're slowing up time. I'm like, and then he looks at me and goes, you have paper. I don't understand why you didn't just use paper to fill up your boxes. That's what you do, right? That's your job. And I was like, oh, okay. We locked eyes, and there was every ounce that just wanted to just unleash everything about this. And and yeah, I very calmly looked down and said, why don't you go talk to the driver? That is what he is for. I am just here to pack. Yeah, let's start with that. Why don't you go talk to him first? And then he went and cried to the driver. And as he was mad at the driver, I realized that this guy really just wants to make sure that he can go hunting. And he has planned to not deal with any of his boxes. They're going into the attic. Had I known he wasn't planning on dealing with any of these boxes, which, I guess after 6 moves, I would know he's not dealing with any of these boxes, right? But I just assumed that they were going in the garage, and he told me I could pack those coats. So, yeah. And so I'm realizing, like, this guy wants to go hunting at some point. He doesn't want to have to go dig through all those boxes up in an attic to go find those. And so he's just having a little bit of a freak out. It's like, cool. All right, I am no longer mad. I am now I am picking up on this. I am angry because this guy is angry,
But
and
that
I have no
happened in
reason to be
how much
angry.
time?
Bro, like a solid, but this was like a 15-minute.
15 minutes?
It was a whole
Okay,
thing.
I
yeah.
have a huge issue shifting emotions like that. A huge issue shifting emotions that
I do once
quickly.
I'm mad, but if I
Yeah,
keep myself,
especially.
well, you stop it. Like I felt that, like I'm about to just, and so I didn't. Right? And I was like, I'm gonna put a cap on that. I don't need to be angry. I'm not angry, but if I touch that button, I'm gonna be really angry, and then there's no cap.
Train. Train. Oh man, that anger. That's been a big one because you know it is so taboo. It's so taboo.
And it
You're not
really-
supposed to be so angry.
And it really wasn't a big deal. Like, I mean, it ate up 40 minutes of my day, and that's a bummer to have to go dig through the boxes. And I found all but 2 of his coats, and I was like, you know what? We've got most of them. You can make 2. Yeah. But the lady was like so over apologetic about me going back there, and she's like, "You actually went and found those? You could have done that on the other end." Yeah, it's not a big deal. I didn't mind doing it. It's not like you don't need to make a big deal of it. Like, please don't make this guy feel any more about his situation than he's already probably feeling about his situation, right? And she's just going on and on about it. But you know, I tell you what. I know that if I would have gone and done it myself, I'd have come back the next day, and more than likely there have been a bunch of boxes half taped shut.
Ugh.
So I just,
Yeah.
I did, I was just like, we're just gonna do the thing. It's not a big deal.
Particularly
Old Brady would have
with
been
the
really
kids.
angry, but
Being angry with the kids is what really drove me the hardest to work on my anger.
yeah, being angry with kids is
But also
time.
like
energy.
addressing or approaching my anger as not such a taboo thing, but as almost a best friend, a really protective best friend.
Okay.
And it's my really protective best friend that comes in and gets all freaking angry for me. It's just like, I just don't think that you should be treated like that. So in your instance, it's like, that guy was coming at you. We should be upset. He shouldn't even be talking to you like that. Like, whoa, why would you do, like, yeah, we should be angry. We should be angry. Come on, get angry. Come on. Ugh. You shouldn't be doing that. And so to be able to like stop it and do what you did in 15 freaking minutes and be like, hey, whoa, that's like having a conversation with my angry best friend. Like, hey man, I'm okay. I have goose grabad a lot over the years, and we don't need to act like that because it will really just make it harder for me in the end. But honestly, I get why he's upset. So I like to hunt, so let's not get angry at him, but I really appreciate you stepping up for me.
my angry best friend, if we're going there, was more like, do you want the button? I've got the button. And I was like, no. Just keep that over there. No. Didn't even have to say words. I was just, It's right here, man. You can push it. I won't say anything.
No, she comes full force and I feel it. I feel the anger. I feel the heat flushing in my cheeks. I feel the adrenaline pumping.
That's
and
the
I'm
button.
like, it's already activated.
That's the button. Wow.
It's already activated and there's like a layer of skin holding it back.
Okay.
And I'm like, we don't need to do that. Yeah, but
Wow.
we could. We freaking could, man. Like,
Damn.
no, it's okay.
That's
Hands are
wild.
shaking, like, ooh, you don't need to get upset. It's okay. It's a whole body.
I feel it spike. It spikes from my stomach to my chest, and the moment it hits my chest, I already have to have a decision made, or then it becomes too much. But I get that split second. I'm like, okay, whew. And sometimes it goes, and then I'm like, okay,
Emotional
It's
generator,
here.
man.
yeah,
Emotional
yeah.
It's all there. I'm already going through it. And
There's no
it's
spot.
This.
It's
This
just
is the
all
cap.
over me. Wow.
This is the cap. And my brain's like, are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? I'm so ready. I'm like, whoa, hold back. Hold it back.
Oh my god.
We don't need to.
Cool. Wild. It's
That Taurus cusp.
I think that's like my favorite part about about these things is seeing how vastly different we like view different parts. It's what people's minds and the way they think
And
things.
this
is
guy
crazy.
doesn't have a narrator in his head talking. He doesn't see the word or
I see words.
see the words. Did you see the
I
words?
see words, but I don't hear them.
Oh yeah, there you go. Doesn't
Yeah.
hear them.
There's no like
Yeah.
once
doesn't
upon
hear
a
them.
time.
There's no. And when you read stories,
And when I read stories, I'm just like reading words, and then the words become pictures, and so then it's like a movie.
but
in
what
my
about a
head.
narrator? When you're reading the words,
You know, I don't think I put effort into putting audio into my stories. Like, I think I just assume that it's
there's no
there.
voice when you're reading the quotations.
I mean, each character has their own.
and he said huskily, so it sounds like
Yeah,
this.
well,
He spoke like this.
but see, for me, it's situationally, right? So each character speaks situationally. Sometimes it's a husky, raspy voice because of like the situation they're in. Sometimes they
Mhm.
start out and they just have that husky, raspy voice, right? So sure, I register it, husky, raspy voice, check. But like, do I hear the husky, raspy voice? Only as it's saying in his husky, raspy voice. Then that next sentence, I imagine what that would sound like. But do I hear it? No. But I know what it would sound like. Does that make sense? Is that weird? That's weird.
That is really weird. That is really weird. When you are reading a book and it's talking about how the characters sound and and what they're saying, do you hear it?
And here's the other question. If you hear your character's voice, do you hear it in a voice of your own that would sound like the character, or do you hear like the actual character's voice and it's like their own voice?
It is totally me. It is me imitating their voice.
That is wild.
It is absolutely me imitating their voice. And of course, because I'm imagining it, I'm really good at doing it. But it is totally through my voice.
When I'm imagining my character's voice, I do not picture my voice at
Sometimes I can feel my throat move as if I was about to say it.
What?
Mhm,
Wow.
mhm. I'll like the muscles in my throat will flex. Like I'm trying to drop a couple of records.
That makes me think of when a cat chitters at birds in the window.
Oh.
But it's like a silent chitter while you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
Chitter at books.
And it was a raspy voice.
Bro. Stop it. Really? Wow. I can only imagine. Wow. I am so unimaginative with my whole like way of life. I think that's what blows my mind the most, you guys. When I look at how plain, I mean, I might have some deep thoughts, you guys, but honestly, when I look at how I go about my life, it's pretty freaking plain. It's pretty vanilla. I read books and I love them, and it's a beautiful story in my head. But am I like no? I am only engaged in my eyeballs. The rest of my body does not act out inside.
Like back in middle school, I would get out of my book because I read Twilight before it ever became a movie.
Yeah.
I read all the Twilight books before it
movie.
became a movie. So I was like, when I heard it was in the process of being approved of taken on so that it would become a movie, I was like Googling the cars, I was Googling the characters and what matched what was in my head, the theme songs that were playing while I was reading. Like I went all in and I made my whole Twilight movie.
I mean, I definitely character lookalikes for sure. I'm always curious. What I imagine is that what I'm gonna see. Did we nail the understanding of the description? Did they miss it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that for sure. Ah, man. So then, but did you do a lot of like play acting as a kid with Barbie dolls and whatnot?
Oh my gosh, yes.
And do you think that might attribute to the voice in your head while you're narrating your books?
That totally could be. Oh my god, me and my sisters would we would watch a Disney movie of sorts. We would watch any movie.
Once upon
And
a
before
time.
the movie would start, guys, before the movie would start, we weren't doing anything. We were just watching the movie.
You would choose
But-
characters.
Huh?
You would choose characters.
Yes! We would argue over who gets to be which character. No, I get to be Nala. No, I'm Nala. No, you can be Sarabi. Or you can be Kovu. No, I don't want to be Kovu. I want to be Kiara.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Oh
That's a
yeah. And then
whole
after
series.
the movie was over, we would play in the living room and we would get on all fours and we would reenact parts of the movie and then we would argue over, no, you're supposed to say this. You're supposed to do this. And then I'm going to do this and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do this. And then, okay, now you say this.
Wow, that's so fun.
Yeah, I
Things
did
that
that
little
probably
kids
till I
do.
was like 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, I was.
Before I gave it up, I think around 11 or 12, I was like, I'm not going to play act with you anymore.
I was not a conventional kid in that manner. Like, there was very little play acting in my life. A little bit with my cousin, we get the sword sticks and the pretend guns. We'd go out and we would war. You know, that was our thing. That was as far as play acting went for us. And then more often than not, it turned into a stick duel where somebody had busted up.
You weren't like reenacting anything?
Absolutely
or
not.
like
I would not put up with
Star
that.
Wars or like
When I
I'm
was
gonna
in
be-
third grade, we did a lot of play acting.
or Princess Bride.
No, when I was in third grade, we did a lot of play acting for Digimon characters and Pokemon battles. And this kid was always and pretend this happened, and then pretend I have this.
Yep,
And
yep.
so-
that was
and
me and
so
my sisters.
I nixed that stuff so hard when I got back to Montana. I was like, no, absolutely not. My cousin started doing that. I was like, nope, I'm not playing. They're like, what? I'm like, nope, I'm not playing that game. They're, no, I was like, yeah, because you're gonna pretend to do this, and then all of a sudden you can do this, and then the superpower that you forgot about that magically shows up. Like, no. And now that I think about it, that's how animes are. It's vastly different because I've sucked into those, but I had no time for that as a kid. I was
Maybe
not
that's
about
what
it.
her tempo-
But I still had like a really childish childhood because it was all video games and card games like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic. Well, Magic the Gathering came way after that, but you know, a lot of different video games. There was a lot of like bike riding with friends, but play acting, playing house, playing with toys even didn't last very long. Video games really killed the child in us in a way.
for you.
In a sense. It like
Ooh,
it,
wow.
it like took away childhood
Braden
for
was
what
that
it could
starter.
be.
Was
Yeah.
that starter for the TV people?
Oh, well, we had every station. We had the Super Nintendo, we had a Dreamcast, we had the regular Nintendo. We didn't have the N64, but then we had the PlayStation, we had the handhelds, we had the Game Boy Color, we had the Game Boy Advance, we had the Game Boy DC, is that what those were called? I don't know. We had them all. The Xbox, the PlayStation, we did not hold preferences. We played all systems. And so, like, with all the different systems that came out, yeah, we we definitely didn't give ourselves time to have a childhood because we were too busy playing the next games. And then, so it is a childhood. It's an evolved childhood,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not anything like what your childhood was. As far as like, and
Everybody's childhood is different.
you're right. And I didn't get to connect with my brothers the way you do with your sisters. Like, my brothers and I, we did not hang out.
Well, there
We were
was
on-
a much larger age gap between you and your brother.
That's true. A 6-year difference, 7-year difference.
Yeah.
So, totally different dynamic. It's wild, though.
Right? It's wild to think of how different other people's childhoods are compared to mine.
Yeah.
And not only that, but like what makes you you in the way that you grew up and the things that you went through that shaped you. And then like, oh my gosh, you know what? Mine is so different and it's like this and that's why I'm like this. Oh. So how do we I'm just understanding of what you went through and maybe you'll be understanding of what made me me. Wow.
Something really amazing about like finding the truth of things, having that validation in general. That's what's beautiful about finding truth, right? It's like not only is it validating for you, but it's validating for all parties because like a version of truth was finally recognized and agreed upon.
What's in the mirror doesn't lie.
Ooh, I want
Ooh.
comments. I'm back to not having them.
Steph, thanks for joining. Rick is here. Thanks for being here, Rick Level. Looks like my mother's still here. Oh my gosh, you're awake. I think I have a lot of other poems that I would love to share, but
We've also eaten up a lot of time.
yeah, I'm really happy. I'm gonna download this one. I'm gonna save it so that I have a poetry night and I don't lose it again because I really enjoyed the last poetry night. Oh my
The
goodness.
poetry night that started off with food tastings.
Oh, I can't read what it says.
I have no comments. I can't get to them.
I don't need glasses. I'm fine. That Gamer Micro, the SP and the DS,
Yeah, the
DSi, DSi XL,
The DS.
2DS, the Wii, Wii U,
Oh,
etc.
We had the
Gamer
GameCube.
Micro too.
We had the GameCube. We had the Wii. Mm-hmm.
To each their own, but we all had it better than the kids these days.
We definitely
But
did.
Steph's older. Just a little. You are that beautiful new 30. Hot new 30s.
You know, honestly, like hobbits didn't leave their house till they were in their 30s. That's when they were in adulthood, and I totally resonate with that so hard. Like, you know, in my 20s, growing up doing furniture, always working with 30-year-olds and older, and them always calling me a kid. Just like, bro, I'm like 25, I'm 27. What do you mean I'm still a kid? But let me tell you what, there's something about 30 that makes you see all the 20-year-olds as kids. Like, gosh, you
I
are
think
just
all people that are older than us, or anyone who's older, feels that way.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
oh, to be that young again.
Yeah, but once you hit 30, like the whole you're just a kid kind of vanishes. Even when you talking to 56-year-olds, they might say, oh, you're young or you're just starting out, but they're not like, oh, you're just a young buck, you're just a pup, oh, you still got your training wheels. Like, you don't hear those anymore.
Yeah, I suppose.
Because 30, there's something about 30 where you really just kind of.
God, I love turning 30.
I'm so stoked for my 30s. They've been the best years of my life so far.
It's dawned on me that I'm going to be 34 in this next year. I'll be 35 on my way to 40.
What do you mean on your way to 40?
Because it's over the halfway mark.
But so? Don't discount that extra 5 years. It'll go too
I don't-
fast.
I don't discount it. I'm just looking forward to it. As
God,
much as
You just jumped to 40.
I enjoyed
like that.
30, yeah, 40 is going to be something too.
Yeah,
I have other friends who are in their 40s, and
I'm looking
I'm
forward.
excited.
I'm looking forward to the refinement of my 30s into 40 for sure. I feel that.
Yeah, because like
Assuming that
in
you
my
refine your
40s,
30s,
that's where
right?
like grandparents starts.
Whoa! I made my mom a grandparent.
If I can make it another 6 years before my almost 18-year-old has a kid,
I made my mom a
Let's do
grandparent
that.
at 38. She's not happy about it.
yeah, no, I don't want to hear that. Stop it, Brandon.
Yeah.
Stop it! I can't be a grandparent. No,
Not yet.
no.
But it really does make
Anyway, back to poetry now.
But it's been a great, wonderful night. I hope you guys enjoyed the stories and the poems, and yeah.
Tiffany, Anastasia, Judy, Steph, Lisa, Rick.
All of you beautiful souls, thank you for
I
joining.
feel like I'm missing one, but I tried. I tried really hard to remember all of the people that I
Show
saw
up.
show
Filter
up.
through.
Thanks for joining us for Poetry Night. Next week will be something. But either way, we're going to end here. So you guys have a good rest of your night. Happy Wednesday.
We
Happy
haven't
almost
planned,
May.
Whoop, whoop.
I had all of my kids under one roof. I was blessed.
That's
Satisfied.
nuts to think about.
I love my 30s. Heck yeah. May 26th, if I remember correctly. Yes, ma'am. You got my. Wow, look at that. People remembering my birthday. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's May 26th.
I have so much love to give. Reteach me poetry, pretty please. We will do poetry more often. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a good rest of your night.
Thank you much. Bye.